this thing, checking the commercial vehicles on the road and ensuring that passengers get the best to sit in for commute from one place to the other. So Amos Abaka is the manager, vehicle inspection and registration at the DVLA. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
I trust you are doing well.
Yes, by grace, I'm fine.
Okay. First of all, I want to find out from you, when last did you conduct an inspection to see the rickety vehicles we have on our roads?
Thank you very much, my brother. We are all aware that indeed this is a problem. And so it is a routine activity. And once we review our operational activities, going forward, we decided to deploy strategies to deal with matters like this. And so now the authority has what they call the Compliance and Enforcement Unit. Okay. In fact, not long ago, you remember there were some fines that were circulating in the media.
The 225.
Yes. So, in actual fact, enforcement is the police, even though the LI gives us some kind of responsibility. And so in between the time the people come for roadworthy and the next inspection, 6 months or 1 year, a lot of things happen. That is why the law envisaged that enforcement would show the gap in that respect. And so our strategy for now to deal with this matter is to form the compliance and enforcement units who are empowered to be on the road, so that we will be able to take care of those things. And so our compliance and enforcement unit routinely go out there, and any vehicle that has defects, we invite you to the office, we revoke your roadworthy and other documents, and you will be compelled to undertake those repairs before the vehicle is left back on the road.
But Mr. Baka, often we see most of these vehicles have roadworthy certificate attached or pasted at the windscreen, and one will ask that how were they able to easily acquire it? Looking at the kind of vehicle that this vehicle did not just get in bad shape within 6 months or a year. It's been in a very bad shape for a very long time. What do you really consider before giving out a roadworthy certificate to a driver or a vehicle owner?
Indeed, the authority having noticed this kind of challenge is the reason why we had partnerships with private individuals who have capital to put up private garages, hoping that they would ensure that the vehicles are examined and then before they are given the sticker and let on the road. But still having noticed that this is still happening, that is why the compliance and enforcement unit was put together. And they are a small unit for now, but it's been upscaled and resourced so that they will expand and be visible across. Because that is the only way that we can get involved in the activity and make sure that such vehicles don't get to the road. Again, the private garages are themselves being monitored. In fact, there is a program to log on to their system, merge, so that we can see in real time what they do, which is ongoing. When that project is completed, then we'll be able to know at once whether the vehicles went there or they didn't go there. We can monitor them in real time, because indeed we've seen those gaps within the operational area. And indeed, if the police, MTCD, also were taking on these challenges, because indeed, according to the airline, possession of valid roadworthy is not enough. The car must be fit and proper. And so any vehicle, even though you have a valid roadworthy, if at any point in time the vehicle does not meet the standard, indeed, we are supposed to be revoked.
Which vehicle meets the standard? What do you look out for to say that this vehicle has met the standard, so it has to be on the road?
That is what I'm explaining. According to the airline, possession of a valid roadworthy is not enough. The car must be fit and proper. And I'm saying that this is the reason why enforcement is also to fill in the gap.
Mr.
Because,
Baka, what I'm trying to find out from you, which
okay,
vehicle do you describe as fit? Is it a vehicle that has good tires? Is it a vehicle that has good body?
okay,
Is it a vehicle that
okay.
in the seats in the vehicle are in good condition?
Indeed,
Or what exactly
okay.
do you consider as a vehicle in good condition and is fit to be on the road?
It's a combination of all of the things you said. For a vehicle to be fit, indeed the tires must be good, at least a minimum of 3 mm tread. Indeed, the body must not be exposed, the seats must not be exposed, the windscreens should not be exposed, among many other things that we inspect when the vehicle goes for roadworthy. And so it's a combination of all these things, that the engine should not be smoky visibly, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So,
okay, Mr. Baka, I just have one question to ask. And
okay.
Don't you think this should actually be looked at from a holistic point of view, not just DVLA, going after the car owners and asking them how worthy their cars are? Because a car can be worthy today, unworthy tomorrow, just because of a bad road. So don't you think, while you are trying to enforce this, that they should also be looking at the roads? Because as a car owner, when the road is bad, I know how much I have to spend. As someone who has spoken to commercial drivers or even taxi drivers, it doesn't have to do with the commercial buses. Everybody complains about how much they have to spend when they have to replace parts of their cars. And those parts of the cars are what makes a car worthy, right?
Yes.
So how are you working together with those that are in charge of the roads?
I understand, my dear sister, where you are coming from. Indeed, the nature of the roads leaves much concern. But that cannot be a justifiable reason not to make sure that the car at least meets the minimum standard. Because remember, we are carrying human beings. And again, there are other agencies who also have their roles to play, like the road agencies and so on and so forth. We were set up to make sure that the vehicles that are on the road meet a certain standard. And so that is what the authority is set up to do, to pursue our mandate. We sympathize with the nature of the road, the drivers. We understand, indeed, all of us, we are part of it. We are affected one way or the other because we drive. As I'm talking to you, I'm on my way from Kumasi to Accra. I understand perfectly how the roads look like. But again, life is priceless. In as much as the roads don't give comfort, it is also very important that we make sure that we don't lose life. And that is why, at least, the minimum standard, the vehicle should meet the minimum standard, while we pursue the agenda of making sure that the roads too are in shape. So you can't do one and leave the other. I agree.
Right.
Have you effected any arrest now that it has to be in collaboration with the MTTD? Per what you know, have you effected any arrest as to individuals who are on the road, or vehicle owners or drivers who are on the road with rickety vehicles? For that reason, they have to be arrested and paid the fine.
A lot. In fact, I don't have those details, but our compliance and enforcement unit, a whole lot of arrests are made, and people's cars. Indeed, when you are apprehended, either you undertake the activity, because immediately we suspend your roadworthy and other covering the car, and then you'll be made to go and fix. And they go on the road 3 to 4 times in a week. Indeed, the chief executive has said he's even going to upscale it so that they will be there every day. And so once they do, there are a lot of arrests that has been done. I'm sure later I can share that data with you, what the compliance and enforcement and the number of people they are apprehended and the kind of challenges that they have asked them to.
going forward, is there any collaboration with the driver unions to ask their members to put their vehicles in good shape?
So that is why, yes, indeed, we have collaboration with them to bring education to their doorstep. And so periodically, our teams go around. Indeed, even this week, our chief executive launched what we call the bus seminar project, where we will visit the bus station, among other things, ensure that their services are rendered at the station for them, and as well as educate them on the right things to do regarding their documents, so that you don't fall foul of the law. And so, yes, that collaboration exists.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you've set off. You said you're on the Kumasi Accra road, so
Yes.
The line is breaking a bit. But before we allow you go, what will be your word to people driving on the stretch this weekend to for events and all that? Looking at the fact that the road condition and also their vehicle condition, as the manager for the vehicle inspection and registration for DVLA, a word from your outfit to drivers or people who apply major roads to events this weekend.
Advice to them is that indeed we all know the state of our roads now. That doesn't mean that we should arrive. We should avoid drunk, especially when people who
Sorry, I think we are losing his line, but that's okay. I think point well made. That is Amos Abaka. He is the manager at vehicle inspection and registration at DVLA. He has said what the outfit is doing about this. Chris also posed the question to him, asking of the nature of the road, looking at the vehicle that is plying in the road and all that. But he said that though the roads, I think the roads like is constant. If it's in a very bad state, you should try and work around your vehicle and see how well, because it's life that is in that vehicle. And as soon as a vehicle brake fails, recently we had a similar one